bring 5. Burrow steps up, takes off. First down, Burrow, the slide. Begins right around the 46-yard line. Defense is better than they were a season ago, 11th in points per game so far. And like Chris said, they lead the league in sacks. Burrow the throw. T. Higgins the catch. On the edge, pulls away from Deonte Banks. That's a first down. Chase, Higgins, and Gesicki all at the bottom of the screen. Joe taking off. Oh, he's got a ton of room. Might take it all the way. Inside the 10. Burrow to the pylon. He's in for the touchdown. Everybody to the left. Burrow takes off to the right. And shows the wheels for 47 yards.
Burrow is just outthinking him. Look at all the pressure. He knew it was going to come from this direction. One guy here and nothing the rest of the way there. Man coverage. You're going to see everybody chasing a person down the field. And who would have ever imagined? It's the legs of Joe Burrow.
Second first down for the Giants. It's been 5 passes, 1 run so far. A little pop pass to Wan'Dale Robinson. They love to use him. Speedy ways, target him a lot. Nice gain for Robinson. 3rd and 2, Bengals just bring 4. Inside throw is complete for the first down of Slayton. Play action, first down for Jones, setting up the screen. And there goes Tracy. Used to be a receiver, like Chris said. Inside the 30, Jones. Underneath, complete. Robinson slung down at the 14-yard line. And Daniel Jones has found a rhythm.
But he has a way of getting open inside like that.
Back to the air again. Jones in trouble. Has arm hit as he threw. And it's intercepted by Pratt. Jermaine Pratt on the move with some blocking. And runs into the traffic at the 26-yard line. B.J. Hill was inside, putting the heat on the quarterback. And the ex-Giant may have forced the Giants' turnover.
They're so good. They're so
terrific performance by the U.S. Women's National Team. First down, catch and run is another first down. Chase Brown brings it right out. He's the one listening to Shane Bowen, the first-year Giants defensive coordinator. On the ground, Zach Moss, the former Colt, met by Okereke and Drew Phillips. South Jersey is not south of the Mason-Dixon line. Both great places, though. There's Burns. He's got Moss. All right. 3rd and 8. 4 come. Jones throws. Incomplete for Wan'Dale Robinson. Some of his, quote, superpowers, unquote. Almost hit there. Throws complete to Higgins, who turns and goes. And T. Higgins takes it to the 39-yard line. Five in the pattern. First look taken away. Reloads. Chase through his hands. For the Giants at home. None of the 2 games this year, none of the 2 home games he played last year. Out of his own end zone in some trouble here. Gets it to Tyrone Tracy. Too much ground to make up. Giants get the ball to start the second half. Down to 35 here in this first half as Burrow again is brought down. Ojolari is having a half. And Hill excited to play against the team that drafted him and traded him. Jones with a flag down, throws it complete. Beautiful athletic move.
Bengals are confused.
And Daniel Jones is going and throwing it. It's broken up.
Giving opportunity.
Burrow throws. Chase hangs on. Got the first down. To Zach Moss inside. The Giants all over that. Ball's out. It's free. And McFadden's on it for the Giants. That works out. And Lou Anarumo on the other side matches Daboll's play call. Pressure up the middle. Tracy looking for space. He's not going to get it. Jermaine Pratt. Giants going for it.
Wan'Dale Robinson's the short player here.
Oh, a little fake, a little freeze, a little option. And Taylor's Tracy able to get it. Complexion continues to change here over these 3-4 weeks we've seen. Tracy on the outside. Into Bengals territory. To the 45, there is a flag down. It's on the opposite side of the field.
on the edge.
Hill came back in 2 plays ago. Tracy pulls it from Jones, spinning. Nice run to the 19-yard line. And Tyrone Tracy. Second time in the red zone for the Giants. Jones, end zone shot. Slayton back in the game. Flag on DJ Turner. Tracy, touchdown, Giants.
Watch Bellinger coming right here. This is where the collision's going to take place. Pratt's the best for the Bengals. Tried to hold up, just could not. I'm going to tell you, that is one gutsy drive by Brian Dable.
23 plays in this quarter, 20 of them run by the Giants. Burrow looked that way, everything's covered. Burrow scrambling, putting it up towards Chase, who makes the catch as he got free from Flott, marking at the 37-yard line. Chase emotional, pop pass to him. And Chase so good, get that running back physique and ability. 2nd and 9. Burrow. Back to all. He's got it. Carrying Micah McFadden. 2nd and goal. Throw to Higgins inside. Fighting for yardage. Burrow. Hands. Brown walks in for the touchdown. Flag down.
Holding. Number 67. Offense. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
5 in the pattern. Burrow. Chase gets away from Ojolari. Cannot get away from Dexter Lawrence. Hold on the first extra point was fine. So is this one. And McPherson gives the Bengals the lead. Rookie out of LSU. Final 40 seconds of this quarter. Jones hit as he throws. Got it to Theo Johnson. Nice play by Jones. And the rookie Johnson. Gain of 14. Slayton hurried up. He got in motion. Jones deep drop. Tracy. Some space. And a run to the 35-yard line. Bengals going to bring some pressure. Jones throws. It's deflected. And incomplete. Hawk is known in punting circles as a very good holder. So although the relationship is good, they didn't think it would be a problem today, but the field goal is no good. It went back during the break. The hold was just fine. A little pressure off the edge. The reason that Joseph pulled out of that one and missed. Burrow has to look to his second option. And it's complete in the middle. It's Higgins, who's brought down to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Gesicki that side, but he usually doesn't block. Does here.
Burns coming right in the middle. Hit Burrow. The pass is incomplete. Great call, Chris, and Burrow took the worst of that. Giants down 3. Take over at their 11. Daniel Jones. First throw is complete. Slayton at the 25. Pick up about 15 yards on the sideline there. Warming up on the sideline. Giants from the 26. Here comes the pressure picked up late. And Slayton's got 9. 3rd and 3. Tyrone Tracy inside, got the first down and more. Into the Bengals secondary. Tackled at the 43-yard line. Jones throws over the middle. It is broken up. Diving play by DJ Turner. Burrow escaping. There's room to run. He's going to throw it downfield. It's caught by Yosibas on the sideline. Andre Yosibas. Feet down. First down. 37-yard line. Giants one timeout and the 2-minute warning. Pitch. Brown. Fumble the football. Pinner couldn't bring it in. And it's out of bounds before Flott can get a hand on it. Oh, brother. Look at that number right there. Amazing. 2nd and 3. Inside run. They'll score more than 10. Chase Brown to the house for a Cincinnati touchdown.
So many good blocks. We're going to start right up front there with the center, Ted Karras, but really a nice job on the part of Chase Brown. The sort of patience he showed there is what he's been doing all night. This Giants defense just fought and fought and fought until it finally had no more.
After this one is done. 3rd and 16. Jones throws, it's broken up. Cam Taylor-Britt will flag down, as he may have gotten to Jalen Hyatt too soon.
Round 80,
At the 41, Jones throws to Wandale Robinson, who slides down. There off the edge as Slayton's got it, trying to get to the sideline, trying to fight his way over there, but he's inbounds. And now you do think about at any point you want to go for that field goal, because they are at the 27-yard line. Jones going to clock it here with 55 seconds to go. So here is Joseph from 45. And no good. And that's that.
Different defensive football team with his interior defensive lineman back. You knew what it was going to look like. Big difference.
And that Bengals defense allowing single digits for the first time in 76 games, snaps the longest current streak in the NFL of a defense giving up double digits. So that makes it an even happier homecoming for Anarumo and the Bengals, who moved to 2-4 and head to Cleveland on Sunday.